You've probably heard the advice show, don't tell. But what does show, don't tell actually mean? And more importantly, how do you do it? Anton Chekhov frames show, don't tell as don't tell me the moon is shining. Show me the glint of light on broken glass. But showing isn't just about writing pretty scenes. It's about making your reader feel like they're right there, right in the moment, seeing and sensing every single thing your character is. Hi, my name is Hayley. I am an author, editor, and writing teacher who has taught the craft of writing to thousands of writers across the world. In this video, I'll break down what showing really looks like, when to follow this advice and when not to, and walk you through 3 quick exercises that'll instantly make your writing feel more layered, real, and alive. So first of all, what does show don't tell actually mean? Showing means revealing information through action, dialogue, and sensory detail, while telling is summarizing or explaining facts or emotions directly to the reader. Showing often draws the reader closer, while telling can create distance. As a writer, you often want to show to build tension, immerse the reader in a scene, or reveal subtext. Telling, on the other hand, can be useful for summarizing time, orienting the reader, or conveying straightforward facts. Great scenes often use a mix of both, but they use them strategically. If your story reads like a list of events or a recounting of emotions, you're probably telling too much. Our first exercise is called Why Do You Never Say What You Mean? It is designed to help you think about subtext and character dialogue. In real life, it's rare that people say exactly what they mean. So if you're too obvious in your dialogue, it's going to stand out. Here's how the exercise works. Write a scene where 2 characters have a conversation where they feel a strong emotion, but they never actually say that. For example, a character might say, "It's getting late," when they really mean, "I want you to go home." As you're writing, keep these things in mind. First, think about what the character wants in the scene and what they're afraid to reveal. Be sure to also use body language, pauses, and misdirection to layer meaning beneath the words. Our next exercise is called Make an Entrance. I want you to think about a time when you or someone you know entered a room and you can instantly tell their mental state by their expression on their face, how their clothes are disheveled or put together. As writers, we want to convey how a character feels without hitting the reader over the head with that information. You may even want to hide things from your main character. For instance, in a scenario where your main character is a detective and they're having to suss out how a character feels or what is true about them based on their observations alone. Here's how the exercise works. I want you to describe a character entering a room in a way that reveals their emotional state and hints at their personality without ever saying how they feel. As you're writing, keep in mind, your goal here is to use pacing, physicality, and interaction with the setting to communicate mood. Choose your sensory details carefully. What the characters notice first can hint at their mental state. And I also want you to think about contrast. How does this character's energy match or even clash with the room they're entering? Our third and final exercise is called the camera trick. So our previous 2 exercises were all about building your muscles for showing, not telling while you're writing. But what if you are already done writing a scene or your entire book? That is where this exercise comes in. This exercise is good if you've already written something and you want to double check if you've done enough showing versus telling. Here is how it works. I want you to read back a passage. As you're reading, ask yourself one simple question. Could a camera pick that up? Here's an example of how I would do this. Say I had the passage, James opened the doors of the restaurant and quickly scanned the busy room. There she was at the bar, just where she said she would be. She was so beautiful. So if I ask myself the question, could a camera pick that up? Let's go line by line. So first, we have James opening the doors of the restaurant and scanning a busy room. Those are all actions that a camera could easily pick up. Next line, there she was at the bar, just where she said she would be. That's pretty fine. We could have a camera pick that up. We could pick up the person at the bar. Our final line, she was so beautiful. Now, can a camera pick this line up? Not really, because beautiful means different things to different people. Beautiful is a vague word. It tells us nothing about the woman's hair color or eye color or what she's wearing, so a camera would struggle to pick this up. This is what I want you to think about as you're reading your work back and deciding if you're doing enough showing and not too much telling. So should you really show all the time? Showing is powerful, but it is not always practical, especially when it comes to pacing. Telling can help you quickly cover time, clarify motivation, or provide necessary context. The author Francine Prose argues that over-reliance on showing can actually weaken your story, because if you try to dramatize absolutely everything, your writing will become bloated and exhausting. Telling can offer insight and clarity in narration, so the key here is balance. Use showing for impact and use telling for efficiency. Make sure you're always asking yourself, what is the most effective way I can deliver this information? Show Don't Tell isn't just about writing prettier sentences, it's about creating moments that feel alive on the page. When you show, you invite the reader to feel the tension, the emotion, that subtext, instead of just being told what's happening. Showing is one of the most powerful tools you have as a writer, and like any tool, it's going to get sharper with practice. If you're looking for more ways to practice your writing, make sure you check out our video that breaks down my 3 favorite exercises from Ursula K. Le Guin's Steering the Craft. It is the perfect next step to help you build rhythm, voice, and narrative texture to your writing. Make sure you also drop a comment below. What is one moment in your story where you think you could show more and tell less? I would love to know. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to Storylab for more storytelling insights.